Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I am going to be talking about bond prices and how they have increased so much in recent years, and including just this week, they have gone up a lot, and it is for one main reason. And the reason why bonds have gone up so much this past week is because of these bond bundles. Bonds are now up to 75 million coins each, and they could even go up a bit higher, closer to 80 mil. Now, this recent increase was mainly caused due to the bond bundles. As you can see, there are some new bundles that can now be purchased through bonds, including a bank booster bundle. So for 7 bonds, you can purchase 250 more bank spaces. So while bank space is a pretty big problem in RuneScape, and we definitely needed more, I really don't like the fact that they are selling this bank space just for bonds. You can't even buy it through rune coins or anything else. You need to buy it through bonds, and that has really caused the price of bonds to go up a lot. Just to buy these 5 bank boosters, it costs over 500 million coins. So that is just way too much, and it is a bit ridiculous. You can also buy the Premium Aura Bond Bundle for 5 bonds, and this gets you the Maharet, Desert Pantheon, and Dwarven Instinct, which is fairly good because it is actually a discount compared to purchasing them individually. But still, it does increase the demand for bonds, which caused this price increase. A few of the other offers include the Callista Legendary Pet for 6 bonds, and then another legendary pet for another 6 bonds, and you can buy keepsake keys and dies for 1 bond. So that's there as a bundle. Again, you still can buy the keepsake keys and dies with rune coins if you have those already. So while I think it is great that more bank space is being added to the game, I really don't like the fact that bonds are the only way to get that. Now, as you can see here, the price of bonds have gone up a lot recently. So this is a 1-year chart. You can see that they consistently increased, and recently they went all the way up to about 75 mil. And if you do look at the recent price checker using SudiBot, you will see that bonds are now trading for around 75 million each. And this recent increase is actually due to a lot of different things. So it's not only the recent bond bundle, but bonds, they have been going up for a really long time. If you see this chart here, the bonds were going up slightly throughout the years, but then when it came to around 2021, bonds really took off. They were about 30 million coins in August of 2021, and now they're all the way up to 75 million. So what caused this recent increase? Well, bonds are used for a variety of different things, including membership, treasure hunter keys, rune coins, and you can also buy a variety of different auras along with some other things, including the new bundles that were just released. Now, the main reason for why I think bonds started to increase so much, well, if you look back to August 2021, you can see that at this point, bonds didn't really go up a whole lot. They went up a little bit over the years since then, but after about August 2021, they really started to take off. And the main reason for that, I think, is because of the Gold Party Hat event. Back in November and December of 2021, there was the Golden Party Hat event. Now, this event, you were able to collect these shards just by playing the game in member worlds only, and you could create a golden party hat, which was a limited time event. Now, obviously, this caused a lot of people to buy bonds and purchase membership on alt accounts. That way they could create more than one golden party hat, because it was limited to 1 per account. So that is most likely a pretty big factor of why bonds increased in price over the coming few months there. But then why did they continue to increase? Well, again, there is another really good reason for that. Once the Golden Party Hat event was over, this spike in the price of bonds dropped, and you can see that it sort of leveled out at around 45 million coins each. But in April of 2022, we saw another increase to the RuneScape membership price, which also increased the price of bonds with real currency. So here you can see the price of bonds before and after the increase on May 4th, 2022. So you can see that bonds used to cost about $7 and now they cost 8, which is a 14% increase. Now, realistically, this increase would go straight into the game as well. So bonds, if they did cost 50 million coins, well, now they should go up 14% and they should cost 57 million. And that is exactly what happened. After the announcement that bonds were going to increase in price, they rose another approximately 14%. And with that, the price of bonds reached 50 million coins for the first time ever. Now, April of 2022 was just earlier this year, so it wasn't even that long ago, and now bonds are all the way up to 75 million coins. That is a 50% increase in just 7 months. So why did that happen? Well, another limited time event, Fresh Start Worlds, was announced in August of 2022 when bonds were roughly 55 million coins each. And after that, when Fresh Start Worlds did start in September of 2022, bonds were now over 60 million coins. They did level off again, but then recently with the announcement of the new bank space and these new bond bundles, they shot up over 70 million coins. So recently bonds have gone up a ton throughout the past 2 years. And honestly, I think that will continue. All these limited time events seem to be quite successful for Jagex. We all know the Golden Party Hat event was a huge success. A lot of players came back to play that event, and RuneScape was really well populated. Same with Fresh Start Worlds. Although there is a lot of controversy around it, there is a bit of excitement with Fresh Start Worlds going on, and a lot of new and returning players are playing the game mode, and they're coming back for the first time in a while. So that being said, I do think these limited time game modes are here to stay. We will be seeing more of them, which will cause the price of bonds to increase every time one does come up. Now, that being said, another big factor for the reason why bonds have gone up so much in price is just supply and demand. We have been talking a lot about the demand of bonds, people wanting to buy them for these limited time events, for these bank boosters or bond bundles, but there's also the supply part. Now, this is much more difficult to explain and talk about, but just anecdotally, the world is going through a lot of inflation. Inflation is a really big problem in a lot of different areas, and that being said, a lot of households have a lot less disposable income to spend, and maybe they don't have a little bit of extra money to spend on, in-game currency for a video game. So given that there are just less bonds being purchased with real money, and more people in the game want to buy it with in-game coins, and that has caused this shift in the price of bonds. Now, there isn't really any way to prove that or show that, but just because of everything going on in the world, I do think that is one pretty big factor as to why the price of bonds have been going up in the last year or two. It's just because the economy is being hit worldwide and inflation is high everywhere, which just hurts the demand for just about everything. Now, that being said, I should just clarify that, of course, I don't fully know why the price of bonds have been going up, but that is my best guess, and that is basically my opinion on as to why the price of bonds have been going up. I do think I did bring up a lot of different good points there, but if any of you guys think anything differently, let me know in the comments down below. I do think we will see bonds just increase more and more over time. We all know that inflation in RuneScape has been quite severe the price of everything has gone up a lot, including bonds. So obviously we will see bonds just slowly increase in price with alkables being released into the game and just more actual GP being released into the game. So that, of course, is another factor. But I just wanted to talk about some different reasons as to why the supply and demand might have changed in recent years for bonds. Anyway, guys, I really hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for more RuneScape 3 content, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.